Hey guys, I've got a software I was going to review. It's called Stockstotrade. This is the trial version. Currently they're running a 14-day trial for $7. Previously it was a 7-day trial for $7. Went ahead and jumped on it. I've been watching it for a while. If you look at any of the penny stock gurus, Tim Sykes, Stephen Dux, Roland Wolf, Tim Grittani, they all use this software in their videos, and it looks really great. It's great for charting. It does have quite a few downsides, I would say, though, after using it for about a week. So we'll just jump into the positives. Okay. So I already said the charting is great. It's nice to have everything consolidated. You can see float. You can see company info here. SEC filings, your news, all that is integrated into the software. You've got a Halt and SSR monitor, pops up alerts whenever stock is halted. The charting is really intuitive, easy to use, which I seem to have, as I say that, I'm drawing trend lines. Okay, so cursor. Another thing I like, it'll show news on the chart. So whenever there's an event for a stock with their news, so yeah, here you can see exactly on the chart and the time that the news took place. That's pretty nice. You can build your watch lists over here. You can put a screener over here if you want, or you can have a screener here. You can build your own screener. It's got some built-in scans. Biggest percent gainer is under $10. That one will probably be one of the most common to use. You can filter your results. You can add volume requirements if you want, say, 5 million. We have 500,000, 5 million filter now. So the screener works well. The charting works well. The only thing about the charting I wish is you could speed up the speed at which you zoom in. Oh, another thing I like, you could have, say, 10 days and add 1 minute chart. So then you can see for the last 10 days, or 20 days, or 30, or a year, or whatever, 20 years. I think that's great. A lot of software, you put it on a minute chart, they give you maybe 2 days, and then you have to adjust all the time period. And so even if you're on 10 days, you can still come here to the last day and zoom way in. So it's not like you have to look at all 10 days at once. You can zoom in, you can scroll several days over. The charting is really great. I'll give them that. They've got that locked down. You can detach the charts, reattach. Same with all these other monitors. Now, the downsides that I've found is the software is very buggy. It's almost like using a beta software. So I'll give you an example. The Halt SSR monitor, it does not show any events. It's supposed to show if it's under short sale restriction or if it's halted right here in the events. It's never worked. And every single time, as you can see, is the same. 1969 at 6:59 p.m. I contacted their support. They were very quick to reply, asked me some additional information. I sent them screenshots, and they told me they were going to send it to their more advanced development team, and that I should hear a response back. It's been about 4 days, I would say. I still haven't heard back anything on that. The software also crashes very frequently, especially if I'm in one of my other trading platforms and I come back to Stockstotrade. The screen will just be white and it'll just close out. I've also experienced where these scroll bars stop working and I'm unable to select colors, or so I usually just keep it on one color. Also, if you look at key statistics, the float and the shares, maybe some of the other information here, I don't know. It doesn't align with their basics. So you see 2 million float here, 5 million float there. Sometimes it's 15 million versus 1 million. It could be anything. Sometimes they are identical. But there's definitely... Now, as far as float goes, if you go to Yahoo Finance, FinViz, Schwab, Interactive Brokers, Stockstotrade, they all show different floats. It's very hard to find an accurate float using just a website or software. I don't know who is accurate, if sometimes one is accurate or another one is accurate. Sometimes it's only off a little bit, sometimes it's not off at all. Sometimes there are huge differences. I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars worth of difference between float. It's not too big a deal. Usually you can, kind of figure it out based on the way the stock reacts anyways. More volatile stocks will have a lower float. Now you see this chart is kind of sticking up in the air. It doesn't start out that way. Let me pull it. So this is how it starts. But if you resize it, make it bigger, you can no longer put it down tiny. If you want it down there, you have to do this. Then you have to scroll. It's kind of weird how that is. If you grab it over here, you can't make it tinier. You can make it bigger, but it doesn't go back to how it was. Like here, if I scroll, this is how it looks to begin with. You've got your level 2, which the trial does not give you any level 2 access, unfortunately. I feel like they should. I mean, you're paying for the trial, and the trial period isn't that long, so they should give you level 2 just to experience it. Now, if you do subscribe to Stockstotrade, the pricing is $180 a month or $1,900 a year. Level 2 costs an extra $30 a month. Anyways, so this is how it starts out. If I scroll down, see it all fits nicely. And bam, I tried to make the window bigger and it's stuck. I think the way you fix it, basics. Oh, I guess I fixed it just by hitting total view a couple of times. Anyways, another thing, unless you've been using the software a lot, it's not apparent what these do. So this is for alerts. It should have some sort of pop-up that says alerts. You click it, and then your alerts show up down here. You click it again, alerts go bye-bye. This one is for your watch lists and your scanners. You can show all, choose which one you want, hide all, and then you've got your SSR halt monitor here. This is orders, which I set up a paper trading account and it didn't work. Oh, if you want to flip this on the other side, you click that. It's over here then. I don't know why it didn't populate, but anyways. So yeah, given the price, I personally won't be subscribing to it. The charting is really great. Having everything consolidated is really great. Um, the scanners, the scanner's good, but I've used a lot of scanners from Interactive Brokers, TD Ameritrade, Schwab. I've always been able to set up their scanners to find pre-market stocks, gapping up stocks, percent gainers, percent losers. So as far as that goes, it's not really necessary. It's nice to have, but I wouldn't pay for just the scanner or for the charting, even though it's really great. I mean, it looks nice. It's got a nice color contrast. It shows pre-market and extended hours trading with a differentiation between them. One thing Interactive Brokers needs to learn. Um, it's intuitive, um, but I feel like the software is just too buggy to justify the cost. I was originally going to get it and link a bunch of brokers to it, have all my trading done on one platform so I didn't have to switch between different broker platforms. The $15 Tradier with unlimited trades sounded great, but the problem is the software crashes way too often to justify using it as a trading platform. I don't want to be stuck in a trade, have the software crash, I got to relog back in, and then suddenly I'm down several hundred or $1,000 because I couldn't execute my trade. So that's about it. One other thing I noticed. It seems like the resolution on the Stockstotrade software is set low. It's like maybe 720p. When I watch Stephen Duck's videos, his looks more crisp. I've got a 2K monitor, so I know it's not my monitor. Um, but everything seems larger than it should be. And you can adjust the font size. I've got it on small. It doesn't really change anything though. Like if you look at the X's, they're not crisp. Total view isn't crisp. Stockstotrade trial isn't crisp. Everything else, these are all good. These are good. This is good. The charting itself is good. Even all this up here is good. But once you get up into here and the X's and stuff, they just seem inflated. It just seems like the software is running lower resolution than it should. And I'm not sure why that is. There's not a lot of settings to go through. I was hoping for some hotkeys, maybe some keyboard shortcuts. There's none of that. To zoom in, you just mouse wheel, or you can use the scroll, your left and right scroll, to zoom in and out. So you hold it down and it zooms in. To me, it's a little slow. I mean, if you're way out here and you want to zoom, I don't know. I prefer TD Ameritrades where you just drag the area you want and it zooms into that area. But this is okay too. Dragging to new days is easy. That's really nice. But yeah, for 180 bucks a month plus 30 for level 2, I don't know. It's a little bit. It's out of my price range, especially with all the bugs. But yeah, that's about it. Hope that helps somebody.